there's a better way.
So you keep saying, but what happens when the power goes out? Or that terminal breaks? The truth is, nothing's more reliable than a guy with a bag.
This is going to get you killed, Dad.
Don't worry, I'll be careful.
He's gonna be the death of me.
What was that argument about?
It's my dad. He thinks it's his job to deliver the mail.
It's my job. People pay me to do it.
It's all my fault, really. A few months back, I asked him to deliver a letter for me. One letter became 2, then 3, then 4. He was so into it. For his birthday, I made him that outfit, just for laughs. I didn't think he'd become the Commonwealth's personal postman.
Maybe you should just leave him be.
Can't do that. It'd be the same as letting him die.
Hey, relax. What's the worst that can happen?
Are you serious? My dad might die. That's the worst that could happen.
I think your father's got a death wish.
You think? There's a reason he's got me so worried.
That sounds dangerous.
It sure feels like it. The way he carries on. But truth is, he just loves the job. Hopefully this thing I'm working on will make it so he never has to go out there again.
What are you working on?
I'd like to call it terminal mail, or T-mail for short. You see, a few scientists over at CIT were working on a way to deliver messages electronically.
You realize how crazy that sounds, right? Electronic mail. It'd never work.
Yeah, how'd you even read electricity? You'd probably need like special glasses or something.
That's what they said about airplanes and cats in space. It'd never work.
Given how often I pretend things get lost in the mail, let's hope for both our sakes it doesn't.
But it did work. The problem is, they could only do it if the terminals were connected. So they all had to be linked by wires. But the other day, I was reading one of those old Boston Bugle papers for fun, and one of the stories on the front page was about this chem bust. Thing is, the dealers were CIT students, and they were using terminals to make their deals.
Who else has access to the terminals?
You mean besides the chem dealers? Probably the police and maybe looters. But I doubt any of them would recognize their value.
I don't get it.
The chem dealers lived half a mile from each other, which means none of their terminals were connected. Somehow these kids figured out what their professors couldn't.
That sounds impossible.
It might be, but the paper said it was real. So you gotta ask yourself, who you believe more? Reality or the good reporters at the Bugle?
How would something like that even work?
My guess? Same way Travis tells you the news. Only it's text coming into your Pip-Boy instead of sound. The point is, we get those terminal parts, or better yet, some schematics, and we might be able to use them to make a network of our own.
Where can I find these schematics?
We can try a couple places. I'd start with the CIT dorms, then maybe the local precinct. I'll mark both locations on your map. You give me 2 working network devices, and I'll have just what I need.